is no Lee Fritz, but he certainly is dangerous.
Yeah, there's no question he's dangerous. He's a 4.5 kid. They have gone on record as saying, "Boy, this is the fastest team they've ever had." Now, you don't make those kind of statements unless there's some validity to it. They've gone on record as saying this is things unless there's some substance to that. They've gone on record as saying, again, that this is the best defensive line they've had. And boy, I tell you what, that's saying a mouthful. That is saying a mouthful. If they are, we might be in trouble.
Look to the skies, and it has been changing almost moment by moment here. I know you've taken a look at the weather prognosticators, and I have as well. It looks like we should stay relatively dry, but the wind's kicking up. What's that going to do tonight?
Well, I think it's going to probably dictate where and when you throw the football, the kinds of passes you throw. We're throwing with the wind here in warm-ups, and we'll go down now and change to the other side of the field and throw against the wind. The quarterbacks did that yesterday and the day before. We threw into the wind both days, so they got a feel for that. And we had strong wind yesterday, but it'll kind of dictate probably what you saved. It's been a temptation to use them. They're going to see some things that they haven't seen us do this year, and they haven't seen us do sometime maybe for a few years. We're ready to do those, but the first thing we've got to be able to do to set some of those kind of things up is run the football at them, especially in our toss game.
Mike's back up. Ken, want to just set, tell me, you need more John or you need more me, whatever. Or you need more of both of us, whatever. And I have room to give you more if you need it. Okay, let me get rid of this tape deck. Who's doing what, John? What'd they do?
Washington, I believe, is receiving. I didn't see that, though.
Is it set at the 40-yard line? Cherry standing at his own 14, awaiting the kick from Cree. And it's taken by the up-back, Kenny Evans, at the 35. Evans up to the 40-yard line. Line drive kick from Cree, taken by Evans and returned to the 40. And while we're in this, had caused the ball to be out of bounds, even though it hadn't touched out of bounds until it was touched by one of the legal receivers. That having been said, Washington has the ball, 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Vontae Johnson goes in motion and running power to the right side. Johnson driven outside, bounces off one hit and is hammered down at the 44-yard line.
Just be ready to play great defense.
And had Kenny Evans just taken it up the field, he may have gotten to midfield with that return. He tried to get to the blocking wall that was set up to the near side. Toss to Travis Thomas, trying to direct traffic out in front. Lowers the head, drives ahead across the 50-yard line, 1st down.
Excellent block by Justin Gregola on the linebacker, Marcus Emmerich. Nice running by Travis Thomas again. Just a sweep to the left this time. Big 1st down for Washington into Waynesburg territory.
40 seconds into the opening quarter. Washington, the Waynesburg 49-yard line. Tight end to the near side, split end to the far side. Hand the ball off to Brian Cherry, who's bounced back from the Waynesburg 48. 9 men in the AM side. Quad West action. Peters Township at Cannon McMillan. DJ Valley goes wide to the right. Vontae Johnson now going in motion from the left slot. 2nd down, we'll call it 11. Thomas, a little delay handoff, hit just at the line, worked forward for a yard, maybe 2 to the 48. But Washington, the 1st quarter, Washington comes with triangle trips to the near side and a split end to the far side. Thomas creates an empty set by going in motion. Corgula drops straight, 4-man rush, steps up and throws to the far sideline and overthrows. And I believe it's Travis Thomas, the intended receiver. And for the Little Prexies, 9:40 remaining in the opening quarter. And Mike Konoski back deep and alone to receive the kick. Regula gets it up in the air. Konoski backs up to his own 8-yard line, fields it, has some blockers, got hit those, he got to the 15-yard line and wrapped up there. 9:31 to play, 1st quarter. .41-yard punt for Gregola. Konoski with a 7-yard return. Konoski on 1st down takes the handoff, and Brian Cherry fights
players. Waynesburg's ends are excellent blockers. That is a huge matchup as well.
Wide out to the far side goes Kyle Altsizer. In motion goes Konoski. Handoff, and then play up to about the almost the 19-yard line. Derek Mears, the fullback, with a carry. And what a great game he had against the Little Prexies a year ago.
It was outstanding. He played a terrific game.
As a freshman. Sammy McLaughlin wide to the near side. 3rd down and 7 Quarterback Walsh in trouble, ran out of one possible hit, but can't get away from the other one. Sacked by Vontae Johnson.
And Ben Borkowski made that play. He forced Walsh out of the pocket.
Now the Raiders in punt formation. Derek Mears back to kick, and Washington, as long as they take care of things, should get great field position. Mears handles a little high snap, a low end-over-end kick. Javon Washington reaches over his head and fields it at the 35. He's inside the 30-yard line. Washington with the ball going downhill. 7:28 to play first quarter. We're scoreless. Back in a minute. 5. First and 10 inside the 28-yard line. Washington in a scoreless ball game. Vontae Johnson goes in motion. The fullback takes a handoff. That's J.R. Ward powering straight ahead inside the 25 down to about the 22.
Just a little
pick up. Again, we are expecting the possibility of some light showers from time to time, some finger type showers rolling off that front out in front. Second down and a long 3 yards to go. Fullback J.R. Ward gets the call and gets to the 20. But picks up one more. Washington will have on the Meadow scoreboard, North Catholic and Steel Valley, even up at 6. Third and a long 2 for the Little Prexies at the Waynesburg 20. Toss to Travis Thomas, trying to direct traffic, gets it up the field, gets to the 16.5, and gets a first down.
Toss sweep to the left. P.J. Hughes makes a nice block. Travis Thomas made sure he gets the first down.
In the opening quarter, we are scoreless. Waynesburg at Washington. DJ Valley wide to the left. Brian Skaggs wide out to the right side. Vontae Johnson goes in motion. Grigula hands to Johnson, following Sapula, and cut back behind the Sapula block and gets upended after a gain of 4.
Good job by Tommy Sapula and a nice bit of running by Vontae Johnson. Made the right cuts. Washington staying within itself here, Bob. Not trying to do too much.
Time in the huddle, John.
And they're going to have to hurry.
Skaggs wide out to the right. It is second down and 6. Johnson goes in motion. They get the play off. Fake the toss. Hand it off to Thomas coming back the other way. And the Raiders are right there to smell that out and drop Thomas for a loss.
Wind may affect something like that. We're going to go twins to the left this time, Bob.
In motion coming out of the slot. Now putting trips this way. Pass to Brian Skaggs. Skaggs gets to the 10. Ran out of one hit. Flags are down. Skaggs is going to take this to the end zone. But there are flags down at the spot of the reception.
There's finds itself 3rd and 14 at the 20.
4:17 remaining in the first quarter. Johnson goes in motion. Grigula fakes the draw, sets and throws down the middle, finds Skaggs, complete to the 7, to the 5, to the 1, put the ball on the ground, touchdown.
What a great throw and catch, and a tremendous run after catching the football by Brian Skaggs. I mean, Justin Grigula has supreme confidence in his arm, threaded the needle, and Brian Skaggs made the very athletic catch and run. Outstanding play and a huge lift for Washington to overcome the penalty.
And Skaggs made a couple of great moves, and then the lunge with the ball out in the bare hand to get it to the goal line to get the touchdown.
Great effort, Bob, by Brian Skaggs.
Valley tees the ball up, not a great snap, but the tee up to kick is wide to the right, no good, and the Little Prexies missed the extra point. Washington 6, Waynesburg nothing to kick off when we come back. Valley did a great job to get it teed up and give Grigula a chance, but just the timing gets thrown a little off, and the kick goes wide right. 4:08 to play in the first quarter, 6-0 Washington. And Grigula now kicks it off. Kanoski backing up, watches the ball hit at the 1, bounce along the goal line, and nearly a huge mistake, but it 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 20-yard line. Mears and Kanoski. And the eye set behind Walsh. McLaughlin comes in motion. Kanoski takes the handoff and hit behind the line, works off. Going wide to the far side is Scott Cree. Now Cree coming in motion back toward the formation. Now comes clear across the formation. Hand the ball, fake it to the fullback. Walsh trying to bounce outside. He's got nowhere to go. Little Prexies get him hemmed in front, hemmed in behind, down for a loss of 5. It is 3rd down and 13 for the Raiders at their own 17. Walsh, the left-hander, dumps it off across the middle to Mears. Mears ran out of one hit, now runs out of another. He's across the 30 and has a first down.
Now there's the play that gives Waynesburg a lift. A little short pass to Mears.
Been leading the Little Prexies an 28-yard, 6-play drive, overcoming an illegal block call on 3rd and 14 to get a touchdown. Motion to the far side, Altheiser goes.
You know, long yardage again now.
1st and 15 for the Raiders now at their own 31-yard line. Cree is wide to the left. Tight end set to the near side. Wingback Konoski comes in motion. Walsh trying to keep, runs around. Flag is down in the backfield, and so is Walsh.
Well, they tried to keep her there. And Vontae
Quarter 6-0. Washington with the lead. Twins come to the near side now. Altheiser and Cree hand the ball off, run into the left side, and not very far. I believe that's Konoski, the ball carrier.
Justin Brown again in on the tackle.
In this first quarter, the Raiders have to get to the 46-yard line. They are at the 25. 3rd down and 21. Konoski comes in motion. Walsh fakes there, sets up in the pocket, flushed out, hit once, twice, and down on the sack. Down at the 21-yard line. Mears will punt. Prexy's brought some pressure, and Mears kicked away from it. The fair catch called for and made by DJ Valley, just shy of midfield. 5.
Twins.
1st and 10, Washington from their own 49. DJ Valley gets behind the coverage and cannot make the grab. The ball right through his hands.
Perfect pass.
2nd down and 10 at the 49-yard line. Little Prexy's had 6 more, but didn't get it. Let the ball get to the ground. Gregula fakes to Johnson, had the ball knocked out of his hands, and it gets it right back. Emmerich knocked the ball. Yard sack.
Waynesburg's going to the 2 deep now. They're going to man under 2 deep zone. Going to make it real tough.
Prexy's come in motion. Gregula has time, throws the ball near side for Skaggs, falling backwards, makes a grab, and goes down at the 42-yard line.
He's going to be short by a yard. And
shy of the 42-yard line.
Certainly a pivotal play in this game because Washington will give up good field position if they do not make this.
Skaggs right, Valley left. Travis Thomas in motion, toss to the left side. All kinds of people out front. Thomas has the 1st down and more.
Well, the left side just collapsed Waynesburg's defense, and you could tell as soon as Justin pitched the ball to Travis Thomas, unless Travis fell down, he was going to get big yards there.
Well, he had 1st down and 5 more before he ever got touched.
Exactly. I mean, they just collapsed the left side.
Little Prexy's overcome that.
This is a huge defensive stand for Waynesburg, but if they don't contain them here, the snowball might get rolling.
Tight formation now end over to the near side. It's Valley covering Skaggs. 1st and 10. J.R. Ward takes a handoff, starts running right and left instead of north and south, but finally gets it turned upfield inside the 30 to the 20. Tackle spot next to P.J. Hughes. Skaggs and Valley ends are set tight. Monte Johnson comes in motion, fake the ball back to Travis Thomas, pass to the corner, batted away, incomplete, intended for Skaggs.
Outstanding play there by. Certainly with him out there, that's not, that's certainly going to be a drop-off.
Valley wide out to the left. Ball's on the ground. Monte Johnson trying to get back to it and does, but ends up with wasted down, and maybe he's have 15 fumbles.
Well, you got to correct that situation. You can't put the ball on the ground that many times.
4th down and a long 5. Gregula fakes one way, runs out of a tackle, gets the 1st down with some downfield blocks. He's to the 15, to the 10, and taken out of bounds.
Excellent block by Ben Gorkowski. Allowed Justin Gregula to run free. They almost had him in the backfield for a big loss on 4th down. But Justin Gregula, Devontae Johnson's talking to him. I don't know that that means there's confusion, but certainly there's some people doing some talking here right now before this play goes off.
Yeah, they could go back in the huddle. There was plenty of time, John. Cohen, and the hand snap back to Gregula, toss back, and a carry to Brian Cherry, I believe, down inside the 5-yard line.
Boy,
he just kept going.
He did. In big games.
2nd down and goal at the 4-yard line. Hand the ball off to Travis Thomas, and he got nowhere.
Waynesburg did a good job of really runs the ball on you effectively. It's very disheartening.
The 11th play of the possession. 3rd down and goal. Inside the 6. Grigula throws toward the far sideline at the goal line. Touchdown.
Oh, he threw the out perfectly to Brian Skaggs. And I'll tell you what, that's a big-time combination tonight. Great throw on the out. Justin, that's the best ball that he throws is when he throws the out, Bob. More times than not, he puts it right there, and he's found this receiver that he likes right now in Brian Skaggs.
8-ball to
Two-point
Grigula.
conversion, baby.
Little Prexies, actually, John, they got away with illegal motion because both Grigula and Skaggs were moving. I saw them practice this yesterday, and they did it. They go out there with the kickoff tee, a little chicanery, little tomfoolery.
Yes, indeed, but they practiced that all week, and you're probably right. They might have now they're talking about it down there. The referees are talking about it.
It was illegal motion.
It could have been called. I believe that, but that's a trick play, no question about it.
They're going to let it stand. Washington 14, Waynesburg nothing. 8:03 to play in the first. You do? South, see you play action as well. Dr. John Pierce, Dr. George Jones, and Dr. Jeffrey Cohen of the Triangle Urological Group. The Little Prexies pound out 11 plays, 51 yards, and they get the touchdown. Kickoff carrying toward the sideline is caught, dropped, and then
They're a little bit unnerved right now. The best way to do is to take control of the ball and put a drive forth.
22 plays for the Little Prexies, 9 for Waynesburg to this point. 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line. Play goes straight ahead, and not very far before being driven. 3 carries, 2 yards.
And again, 2nd and 10. Been in long yardage situations all game.
Golden and Altsizer go to the right. The play goes to the right side and carry up across the 10 to about the 14-yard line. Corey Walsh keeps it himself.
He kind of slipped down too. He might have been able to get a couple more yards. 7:15 to go. Really be a bad thing for the Hillers. Coach Dalton told me this week Fox Chapel's the most improved team in that conference.
McLaughlin and Golden come wide to the near side. Walsh trying to get out around the bend, tucks the ball in. He's to the 15, puts the brakes on and gets hammered when he gets to the 20, but he already had the 1st down.
Good job by Walsh. Mears broke free over the middle, but he just...
Walsh was able to break containment on the defensive end, and that's what killed Washington against Lee Fritz last year.
That's exactly right, and that's why I said that was one of the biggest matchups.
Walsh to put it up and overthrows Golden.
Boy, I tell you what, it looked like Jerry was holding him up, and David Serra doesn't care for it. And I got
Raiders trying to dig out of a hole. They got the kickoff after Washington's 2nd touchdown and stepped out of bounds. Fake the toss to the tailback, Kanoski, handed back to the fullback, and works forward for only 1.5 yards, maybe 2 to the 24.
Yeah, not much running room there for Derek Mears. Tommy Sapula in on the stop. Again, P.J. Hughes just doing a fine job in the middle of the Wash-Eye defense tonight.
To the top of the formation. Brian Golden comes wide out to the near side. Backers fake like they're coming, and they do, and down on the sack. Danny Moses with a sack. And Corey Walsh never had a chance.
Nah, they're just too big up front, Bob, and they have the athleticism to beat the blocks. And Waynesburg has a big-time problem right now handling Wash-Eye's defensive front. They need a good punt here.
Well, there'll be 9 yards per punt.
Don't want to go down in the 20s at halftime.
Snap. Over Mears' head along the goal line. Mears trying to get to the ball, and he is hammered.
That's a safety. No, he was fumble now.
The ball is loose in the Little Prexies football, and Derek Mears got popped. I think it was Tom Sapula.
Popped isn't the word for it. That was an unbelievable hit on Derek. Derek Mears did a great job of getting back to the ball. But right about now, he's wishing he wouldn't have, because I'm going to tell you what, he got leveled. What a great hit.
He's walking like...
they better check him. That's a terrific hit.
I mean, he thinks he's at the Golden Griddle down in Waynesburg.
They got to watch him. I mean, that boy got whacked. I mean, that was a great hit. This is bad situation, Bob, because they had the return on. But, you know, a couple of the guys who were playing watchdog saw it and got back there.
1st and goal. Grigula calls his own number, got to the 1. Leading 14-0. Little Prexies looking to kick the door in.
And they go left wide here. Nope, motion to the right.
Johnson comes in motion. Grigula gets airborne, touchdown.
I didn't know he could leap like that, Robert.
Leaps not exact.
Snap the ball over the punter's head. Tonight, same thing. Washington takes advantage. It's very difficult to overcome special teams mistakes, especially in big games.
Valley to hold, Grigula to kick. Good snap, good hold, and good kick. Wash. What do you got here? Okay, Bryce Stadium, we started, and I'll go back to that in a minute. Washington up 21-0 with the touchdown by Justin Grigula. This kickoff hanging up in the air. Sammy McLaughlin will take it at the 14-yard line. And McLaughlin dragged down just across the 20.
Line judge Lance Cash, back judge Tom Fitzgerald, and field judge Mark Emmerling.
1st and 10, Waynesburg. Corey Walsh trying to run around the right side. Got it up across the line of scrimmage, but then took a big hit.
Well, Brian Cherry just came up and made a bite. Totally the opposite.
2nd down and 7 for the Raiders at their own 26. Walsh from the shotgun pass, and a slanted intercepted by Dale Calloway. Calloway went to his knees to make the pick as Washington has the ball again, and now at the Waynesburg 37-yard line.
Pressure from Vontae Johnson and Danny Moses caused Walsh to throw the ball sooner than he wanted to. Brian Golden really wasn't even looking, and right there, standing, Dale Calloway, the sophomore in his first start, makes the big pick, and now Washington.
Split ends both ways for the Little Prexies. The wind is blowing hard right into the face of Justin Grigula. Vontae Johnson comes in motion. Fake the handoff to J.R. Ward. Grigula rolls to his right, throws the ball, and underthrown DJ Valley, who'd got to get that bottled. You got to be able to channel it. 2nd down and 10 at the Waynesburg 37-yard line. Grigula drops straight in the middle. Sets the screen complete to Travis Thomas with a couple of blockers, and now runs away from them, gets inside the 30, the 25, and down at the 28-yard line, 1st down. Or make it 23-yard line, 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Bob, Waynesburg defended that okay.
And consider of those 17, one was a punt, 82-yard punt where they didn't cover the end.
Fake punt, right. And a kickoff, 2 kickoff returns, correct?
1st and 10 from the 22. Grigula steps up and throws on the post pass. Skaggs, touchdown.
He just beat Scott Burris to the end zone. Just to set about that snowball. It is rolling down the hill right now. It's a problem. It's a problem for teams because you have to concentrate so much on their run game because they have the people in the backs up front.
Skaggs teaser, 8 Waynesburg, nothing to kick off when we come back. John is making his way to the sideline to hear from the coaches. Justin Grigula kicks off and booms this one into the wind. The ball will hit at the 3, bounce sideways, and then finally picked up by Kanoski and gets only out to the 10-yard line. Raiders with a 1st and 10. Jason Nicholson, a 6'8", 210-pound tight end, comes to the near side. Sammy McLaughlin comes in motion, now reverses that back the other way. Hand the ball off to Kanoski, and Kanoski up across the 10 to the 13. Because if they would give the ball back to the Little Prexies the way Washington has this cranked up again tonight, could be yet another score. Walsh stumbles getting out from under center, rolls to his right, and wants to launch the ball downfield. Pass is caught out around the 40-yard line by Scott Cree. Fumbles the ball, and then Cree's able to get back to it, but Waynesburg now at their own, call it 48, 1st and 10. Walsh rolls away from pressure, doesn't get away from it, down on the sack. Ben Borkowski got a hold of the jersey and wouldn't let go. And the sack of Walsh back at the 36-yard line. 4 yards passing. Second and 21, the Raiders at their own 37-yard line. Walsh sets and throws the ball up the near sideline looking for Mears, and it carries out of bounds. Corey Walsh, 2 of 5 passing and 9 rushes for minus 25. 3rd down and 21 for the Raiders with 36 seconds remaining. Kanoski goes in motion. Walsh hands the ball to Kanoski. The umpire says the ball's on the ground, and Kanoski able to get back over and cut. 5. Punt has punted twice tonight. One time was able to handle a bad pass. The other one went through his hands and over his head, gets this kick away. And DJ Valley will let it hit at the 33. Takes a big Waynesburg bounce and now rolls inside the 15 and down at the 13-yard line. Both of them going off, but we may get one going off, one coming back on. First and 10 from the 13. Grigula takes the snap, drifts back, and downs the football. And let you hear this. Huge ovation from the near side crowd, the home Washington stands. By way of email.
This is the other thing, Bob. The overriding factor in the first half is just the hitting that Washington put on Waynesburg. I mean, they really did come to play, and they're just hitting them.
And Grigula booms this kickoff 4 yards deep in the end zone.
And out.
That to Brownsville on the first home game of the year. This is just Washington's second time playing at home. First and 10 for the Raiders at their own 20-yard line. Hand the ball off to Konoski. Ben Murkowski fights off the block of Mears and takes Konoski on one-on-one and takes him down.
It's just, you know, we heard this week, I can't remember which Wayne's.
Second down and 10 now at the 20. Scott Cree goes wide out to the left. Wall steps up under center, looks things over, sends Konoski in motion toward the near side. Drops and looks to the far side and got hit. Fumbled the football, and the Little Prexies have covered it. Hit by Moses. Fumble recovered by, I believe, Andy Trapisano.
Boy, what a big-time play by Dan Moses. He certainly looks like a guy that belongs in Division I football tonight. Well, Washi's defense just overrunning Waynesburg right now.
Ball at the 9-yard line. First and goal. Zach Montecalvo split wide to the near side. Toss comes to the near side. And Travis Thomas running people over to the 1. Second and goal. Ball at the 1-yard line. 10.5 minutes to go in the third. Flag down from the umpire. Just the second flag against Washington in the ball game. And only one against Waynesburg tonight. 28-0. Little Prexies leading. Second and goal. Ball at the 6. Monte Johnson hands it back, and that play goes nowhere. Handed it
right too much either, as he's telling his entire sideline. Watch for a little slant in here by Skaggs.
Third down and goal at the 10. Grigula rolls back, dumps the ball toward the end zone. Skaggs dives out, can't make the grab, incomplete.
He would have been.
Justin Grigula to attempt a 27-yard field goal out of the hold of DJ Valley. Snap is good, hold is good. Grigula puts the foot to it, and the kick is wide left. No good. 9:25 to play. And
you have a lot of trouble.
First and 10 Raiders at their own 20. Konoski runs over the left side. Got a little something going there. Got out across the 23, close to the 24-yard line.
Tommy Sapula in on the tackle. Made the first hit. Got a little bit of help from Danny Moses, I think.
Konoski, 6 yards, 7 carries.
Came into the game with 726 yards, fourth and double-A.
Toss to the left side. Konoski across the 25 to the 27, a gain of 4.
And he just gives great depth to the end situation.
Great to have you along on WJPA FM Washington and on the internet at WJPA.com and NSNsports.com. Third down and 3. Pass to the near side intended for Mears. Incomplete. Would have been shy of the first down. If Mears is able to grab it, if Skaggs is able to get it, he might be gone.
Twins to the right. He would have probably picked it and went untouched.
If it had been strong and far enough to get to Mears, it would have been right into Skaggs' belly on the way through.
A little bit of a different alignment this time, I believe, for Wausau on the punt.
Washington bringing only 4, and Mears gets the punt back. Cherry reaches up in front of Valley and takes it away. Now trying to run away from one man. Cherry splits 2, gets across the 40 and down. Washington first and 10 at their own 45. The win to the backs of the Little Prexies. J.R. Ward takes a handoff. He's right up the middle. 50. Splits 2 defenders in the deep side. J.R. Ward, touchdown.
I'll tell you what, Bob, he has an unbelievable ability to just kind of slither through the line for a fullback. And once he gets in the secondary, he runs as well as any fullback you'd want in high school football. And he ran away from the Waynesburg defenders. And that pretty much seals the deal here tonight. 7:44 to go. Washington with a 34-0 lead.
55 yards for the touchdown. Play that was set up by the time he got to midfield and made when he got into the second.
They I don't think, have been this far behind anybody since coming to Double A.
Good snap. Valley tees it up. Grigula 5 extra yards on the extra point, and the kick is good. Washington 35, Waynesburg nothing, 7:44 to play, third quarter, the kickoff when we come back. Standing on the other side and not liking this at all. This is a situation that is not unfamiliar to Washington. In 1993, the Little Prexies were soundly beaten at West Allegheny, John.
Oh, definitely. It was
with 12, and then the big tight end, Jason Nicholson, heads to the sideline, and then the Raiders break huddle. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Mears and Konoski behind Corey Walsh. And it's Konoski taking a handoff, slipped a hit in the backfield. He's out to the 30 and out to the 34-yard line where Brian Cherry took him down. And those two are about the only running plays Waynesburg's been able to get stuff done.
Well, they haven't gotten much tonight.
Sammy McLaughlin, or rather Scott Cree comes in motion. Konoski tries to run the left side, stays on his feet, bouncing off a couple of hits, and is fortunate to work forward for a yard. The Little Prexies had him stood straight up in the backfield.
A nice hard run there, but he's doing what he's supposed to do.
It is 2nd down and 9. Quick pass out to the left side off the hands of Brian.
Games of Waynesburg's on film, and he just doesn't seem to be himself defensively right now.
5.5 minutes to go in a turning third quarter clock. Walsh drops and rolls near sides, pulls the ball down and is sacked. Couldn't go back, couldn't come this way, and I believe it's Tommy Giles.
To Class 2A in 1998.
4th down, Mears to punt into the wind. Little Prexies do not put pressure on, and Mears' punt will hit in front of Valley. He'll field it on the hop at the 38, try to get to the right side and gave up ground and goes down at the 32.
Not the wisest decision.
Washington 1st and 10 at the 48. Excuse me, at their 32-yard line. Travis Thomas comes in motion, takes a handoff right up the middle. Thomas runs out of the pow. He's to the 40, to midfield. Travis Thomas makes it this in 68 yards for a touchdown. Yes.
It's all about 1-2 and a lot about give up too. And right now Waynesburg this game is just completely one-sided at this point. I thought Washington had a great chance to win by about 16 to 21 points, Bob. I never ever expected they were going to take the Raiders apart like they are right now.
Consecutive plays, Travis Thomas and J.R. Ward.
That'll do wonders for those
candles and blow it out.
That'll do wonders for those rushing stats.
Snap, hold by Valley, kick by Grigula, wide left. He just pulled it. 4:13 to play, third quarter. Washington 41, Waynesburg nothing. The kickoff when we come back.
You make understatements. First time the Washite scored 40 points or more in 5 consecutive games since the beginning of the 1999 season. And I'm still checking to see if they've ever done it 6 games in a row.
Grigula kicks the ball over the head of Sammy McLaughlin and one hop into the
unit go in there.
Cree up under center. Gasper Golden at the tailback spot. Golden takes the handoff and he's hitting the backfield.
Well, this won't even be a match, and I can see right now the second unit's going in. They waved the white flag over there, and now Washington will reciprocate. That's a great, great job by the first team defense of Washington High School tonight.
Minus 33 yards rushing, 21 yards total offense allowed by the first defensive unit.
Hughes, Moses, Tommy Giles, Ben Burkowski, Vontae Johnson, Justin Brown, Tommy Sapula, Andy Travisano, Callaway, Cherry, Brian Skaggs. A job well done tonight.
Play comes to the near side. Gasper Golden trying to find.
I'd be hard-pressed to say there's a better double-A team than Washington.
Eric Conklin, the fullback in the game, hand off to Gasper Golden. He stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and now Cree steps up under center, fakes one way, hands off. Play. Mears fields a low snap, gets the kick away. Borkowski got in his face. Valley fields it, gives some ground. Now the wall sets, flag is down. Valley across midfield, staying with the wall and inside the 30-yard. All right, gotta get it going here. 5. First and 10, Javon Washington takes the toss. Offense, defense. 41-0 into 3, fourth quarter, when we come back. Washington first and 10 at their own 49-yard line. David Calabrese, quarterback. Cherry comes in motion, takes the toss, cuts it upfield. Cherry stumbles, got inside the 40. Gives way to Dale Calloway. So it's now Washington and Calloway. Justin Hull at the fullback spot. Hull takes the handoff straight up the middle. 30, 25. Damon Gehring goes wide out to the left side. First and 10 at the Raider 22. Calabrese hands off to Calloway. Calabrese brings Washington in motion, tosses back to him, trying to get back up.
To back up one of the first teamers on offense.
Gehring wide left, Mike Pest wide out to the right side for Calabrese. 3rd down and 9. Calabrese dropped the ball, picks it up now, trying to turn it upfield, hit at the 25, and still stays on his feet. Never did go 8-0 lead against Waynesburg into the locker room, and one of the first things he said, we can play better. And that's what gets great things done. Javon Washington took the handoff, so almost stumbled and went down, makes a move to the outside. Washington toward the pylon, touchdown.
Well, he made a nice play there. That was
the straight-on kicker will attempt an extra point.
You can imagine, though, Bob, when this score goes up on the various television stations, it's going to surprise linemen are just glad it was wide.
8:21. Checking the Meadows scoreboard. Trinity continues to trail Fox Chapel. Tom Giles kicks it off. Kick taken by Billy Becker at the sideline. He's trying to get toward the far side where Eric Conklin at the fullback spot. Play goes over the right side.
Damon Gehring in a cornerback.
New quarterback for Waynesburg, Andrew McLaughlin, hands to Beck.
AA.
John, you got your book there. Look back to the 93, the final score there, Washington at West Allegheny, if you would, for me.
I think it was 24-7.
Yeah, that sticks in my mind. 3rd down and 7, and good hard running for Gasper.
There have been some real good quarterbacks here that haven't won a WPL championship.
Toss back to Becker. Becker ran forward, then to the right, and strung out along the 30. Ball at the 30. 2nd down and 5 for the Raiders. Andrew McLaughlin hands to the fullback Eric Conklin, who hits up over the right for a... Well, Prexies scored on their 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th possessions. Led 28-0 at intermission. Gasper Golden carries over. Calabrese on 1st down, hands to Justin Hull. Hull drives forward. Ward, one for Travis Thomas, and then Javon Washington with a 23-yard TD run to seal the deal. 2nd and 6. Hull and Calabrese ran into each other. Hull bounces off of Calabrese, and 25 yards on 3 carries. Owen Prexies got after this one early on and have dominated. Calabrese tucked the ball on the hip, runs room on the near side, and Calabrese goes to the sideline and goes down, then gets hit. Calabrese now up under center, takes a knee, downs the ball. On top of an outstanding performance tonight. And a minute to play in the ball game. Calabrese takes as long as he can, waits for the back judge to indicate 5 seconds. Now takes the snap, downs the football with game clock down to 25 seconds. Calabrese again will await the indication from the back judge that the clock is down to 5 seconds. Takes the snap, takes the knee. And coming up under center is Andrew McLaughlin. He's going to try to get a playoff. Doesn't he? Takes a knee and puts the ball game in the books. Washington, an impressive 47-0 victory over the Waynesburg Central Raiders. We'll hear from the head coach of the Little Prexies, Guy Montecalvo, when we come back in just a moment. Are they over there yet?